the very first time that you learned about the extortion or alleged extortion activities of your two previous associate commissioners, BI associate commissioners, was December 9?
That was December 9 when I first met with Jack Lam when I went to the NBI. At any rate,
Jack Lam or Sombero?
Sombero. May I read for the record, because Wally Sombero, we were asking about him, texted me at 10:55 in the morning. And may I read for the record with the confirmation?
That is today?
That's today.
Today.
May I
Go ahead, please.
Sir, for the record, I'm watching the hearing. I have the same words as General Kalima texted you. I'm clearing you of any knowledge on this extortion scandal. I will be working on my best to attend the hearing. I already sent letter to Senator Gordon today. TY po.
Noted, but we will ask him again. As Secretary Aguirre, so September 9 nyo po, I'm sorry, December 9 nyo, first time ever na meron ngang extortion activities yung dalawang BI Associate Commissioner. Kasi yung una nyo pong siniwalat sa media ay yung tungkol nga dun sa indirect or yung implied bribery offer. Correct?
That's right po.
And therefore, wala kayong kaalam-alam dun sa yung supposedly nangyayari na mga whatever negotiation between them and Wally Sombero until December 9.
Meron na po, before December 9. Kumakalat na po ang balitang mayroong nangyayaring ganun. But the first time I talked to Sombero, in order to get it straight from his mouth, was December 9.
To Mr. Sombero?
That's right.
But you never talked to General Kalima or to Commissioner Morente about it? Considering that these two associate commissioners, former associate commissioners, were the various subordinates also, direct subordinates of Commissioner Morente.
We were texting with General Kalima. As a matter of fact, General Kalima has the record of our texts. He wanted to meet me, explain to me, because he said that I've been receiving so many unverified accusations against him. I said, yes, I'm going to meet you. But unfortunately, events overtook us, and so I was not able, unfortunately, to meet with General Kalima. So I think I am also...
So it was not really a refusal on your part to meet with General Kalima. It's just that probably you did not have the opportunity to meet with him?
That's what I wanted to say, that it is not, as a matter of fact, the text, the phone records of General Kalima would show that I agreed to meet him, but events overtook us. And we were not fortunate to meet.
Before I pursue that line of questioning, I'll take the opportunity to take advantage of the presence of Mr. Mon Tulfo. December 8 was the supposed grant of the protective custody to Mr. Sombero. There was a request, of course through you, that Mr. Sombero be placed under NBI's protective custody. And it was on the very same day also that there was this conversation between and among the BI Associate Commissioners, nung una si Mr. Robles pa lang, with General Kalima and then Commissioner Morente. Yun nga yung supposed confrontation. That's why General Kalima felt constrained or compelled to call Mon Tulfo. Alin po ang nauna? Yung pag-surrender o yung pagpuntas sa NBI to be placed under preventive custody o yung pag-usap nyo po via speakerphone?
Even before I turned over Wally Sombero to the NBI, I had a talk with him, a brief talk with him at my office. And then when he was already at the...
When was this, sir? When was this?
In the afternoon. I do not recall the date now, the exact date. But
that was before December 8?
Yes.
A few days before December 8? One or 2 days?
I cannot recall the date. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But I did I had a conversation with him before I turned him over to the NBI for protective custody, and then after he arrived at the NBI headquarters, I had another talk with him, and then I remember calling General Kalima to verify Sumbero's statement about the extortion.
That was also before December 8?
I don't recall the.
You also don't recall, but it has to be before December 8th or on December 8th itself. It cannot be after December 8th, correct?
I do not recall the exact date. I'm sorry. I don't remember dates, but I remember what I did.
There are insinuations coming from both former associate commissioners that General Kalima, Sumbero, and yourself are trying to blackmail, or were trying to blackmail them in exchange for not proceeding with coming out with an expose. You're a media person, and you are known to be doing exposes, and I suppose that was your intention, that you're gonna expose the information that you got from both Mr. Sumbero and General Kalima.
My intention in calling General Kalima was to make verification on the statements of Wally Sumbero to me that there was extortion that happened.
So it was first Sumbero who told you about the extortion activities of these two associate commissioners?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you called General Kalima to verify?
Yes, Your Honor.
And during that confrontation, General Kalima was there, a commissioner was there, and the associate commissioner was there. It was sort of corroborative, further corroborative?
I didn't know that they were there. I didn't know that. I thought I was just talking to General Kalima.
When he called you on December 8th, correct?
What I know is that I called him twice. First to verify, and then second to ask him why he didn't arrest on the spot the two BI commissioners after they received the 50 million pesos.
After they received. So on
Yes.
December 8th, you didn't know that when General Kalima was talking to you via speakerphone?
I didn't know. I
you,
had no
You
idea.
did not know that you are being talked to via speakerphone.
I didn't.
And you didn't know that in that very moment, Commissioner Morente was there, and so was Attorney Robles.
I had no idea.
You had no idea. So what exactly did you tell each other?
I told, first I told General Kalima, I congratulated General Kalima over the expose or the discovery of the extortion. And the second conversation to,
We're still talking about December 8th, Mr. Tulfo.
I cannot recall the exact date, Your Honor. But I remember calling General Kalima on the same date.
Did you tell General Kalima that you intend to expose
Yes, Your Honor.
the two commissioners you called in your column as rapacious?
Yes, Your Honor.
And General Kalima knew about that.
Of course, because I had a conversation with him.
Attorney Robles, nandun ka, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So para bang, kaya nga confrontation kasi para bang dun sa'yo sinabi ni General Kalima na we have the goods on you.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Was that your impression? That there were the goods that General Kalima
It all started from...
had the goods on you?
Ang message po talaga na pinaparating in totality is that they can expose us because of they knew of the videos and the recordings And it started on December
Videos
1.
and recordings. So obviously you're referring to two matters. Videos, I think, would refer to the CCTV footages.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And it cannot be within the contemplation or the purview of the anti-wiretapping law.
Yes, Mr.
You also
Chair.
mentioned recordings.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So merong recordings.
Yes.
Sabi daw ni General Kalima.
Yes po.
Although General Kalima is telling us that style lang yon.
Yes po. Natural po. Yun ang sasabihin.
Totoo ba yung
violation.
sinasabi ni General Kalima sa kanyang complaint affidavit filed with the Office of the Ombudsman na nung ganun na, nung nalaman mo na kasama na pala sa picture si Mr. Montulfo because he intended to expose both of you, both you and Attorney Argusino, ay naglupasay ka daw, halos maiyak-iyak, and then you even uttered something to the effect na sira na ang karir ko. Would you confirm that?
Before I answer that, I would like to state first, Mr. Chair, that I'm not ascribing any aspersion against Mr. Montulfo. What I was saying is that General Kalima talked with Montulfo over the speakerphone, and yun nga po pinipresent that ang balita na nakarating kay Mr. Montulfo was that nang-extort kami ng pera from Jack Lam. Now, with respect to the
your reaction. I need to know your reaction.
Yes, ayun po ang narinig ko. Takot na po ako nun because it started from December 1 yung pananakot po o how General Kalima described it as he is operating on our fears. Noong December 8 po, yun na nga po, iniharap niya. Sabi nga po nakausap niya si General Sombero and pinapakita niya how easily he can contact Sombero. And then nakausap din niya po si Mr. Montulfo na ang message po is we will be exposed for extorting money from Jack Lam, whom I do not know. Si Sombero po, hindi ko rin naman na-meet. I went to the City of Dreams without thinking that there will be that kind of transaction, ma'am. So, hindi pa naman po ako naakusahan ng ganito ever in my life.
So you confirm that reaction from you na talagang akala mo gumuho na yung mundo sa iyo?
Kasi po, ang lalaking tao po nito nasa likod. I confirm that I could have said, but I could not remember the exact words that I uttered. Pero ang nakikita ko po is, kaya nga po ako na dun sa office ni Comorentes to help. I'm asking for his help para itong mista niya sabihin, bakit ginaganito ako? I do not know anything about this.
Mr. Chair, I'm being asked to wrap up, but just my last point for now. I hope the Chair understands that I still have
Start
a
with 2:55, we will finish, so that there will be 5 minutes for the rest to keep up.